Today on Record Breakers, Russia's love for coffee spills over into a 100-litre cappuccino.
Pippi Longstocking enthusiasts gathered for a look-alike record attempt.
London school children make a bid for glory with Jenga towers.
And Ashrita Furman proves no record attempt is too hard.
Because on Record Breakers, we know there's risk takers.
There's dream chasers.
And there's record breakers.
If people are attempting it, record breakers are filming it. Get ready as we explore the outer limits of human achievement on Record Breakers.
Record breaker extraordinaire Ashrita Furman and Bipin Larkin are collaborators in an attempt to set a Guinness World Record for the fastest fireman's carry. The record, a new one for Guinness, calls for them to walk 1 mile without stopping in under 18 minutes. We'll check on their progress throughout the program.
Russia's growing love for coffee has spilt over into a 100-litre cappuccino. People gathered as the cup was being made, but this was no ordinary cup of strong Italian espresso and hot milk. At 100 litres, this offering was a Russian record, the largest cup of cappuccino ever made in Russia, a nation that has embraced the coffee culture in a very short space of time. The 100-litre cup of the classic Italian coffee drink was made with 30 litres of strong espresso and 70 litres of milk. Produced as part of a promotional event to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the invention of the modern espresso machine, Russia's giant cup of coffee is set to make its way into the country's record books. However, Italy holds the world record for the largest cup of cappuccino ever made. Mixed in 2002, the Monster Cup was 1,500 litres, enough to serve 2,000 people. Russia's giant cup got the all-important thumbs up from Italian coffee expert Luigi Lupi before the crowd joined in for their daily caffeine hit.
Meanwhile, over in Leuven, a new record of pillow fighting was reached where 4,000 people armed with cushions and pillows of all sizes fought till the record, or the pillow, was broken. 4,000 students set a new record in the northern Belgian town, with Johan Baten, chairman of the charity Sleepy, confirming that the charity would donate $3 for every pillow used. The previous record was held by Dodgeville College in Wisconsin in the United States of America, which managed a pillow fight with 2,997 participants. The participation surpassed all expectations, with only 3,000 people expected at the event. For 5 minutes, the square was turned into one big dormitory filled with pillows flying through the air. The event was organised by students from the Leuven University Economics Department as part of a campaign to raise money for a local children's home. We're sure this is one pillow fight your mum won't mind you joining in.
Young and old alike were dressed up as the ever-popular children's role model Pippi Longstocking in the German town of Fürstenwald in an attempt to break a Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of Pippi Longstocking lookalikes. Pippi Longstocking, the character created by Swedish writer Astrid Lindgren, has been entertaining children for more than 50 years and was a natural inspiration for the record-beating event. More than 900 lookalikes of the richest and strongest little girl in the world, who is known for her unconventional streak and a quirky sense of humour, turned up for the event. The number of people dressed up as Pippi Longstocking broke the previous record by more than 100, with children and adults all getting in on the fun. Every participant in the successful record-breaking attempt was equipped with typical Pippi Longstocking accessories: 2 red hair plaits, face freckles and long, colourful socks.
In 2003, Switzerland auctioned off the largest internally flawless diamond of the purest colour grade. One of the world's rarest diamonds, the gem weighed only 5 carats, smaller than the world-famous Koh-i-Noor diamond, and was expected to fetch between $8 and $10 million. The diamond, whose new owner was able to name it, was discovered in the Premier mine in South Africa. It took diamond cutters 18 months to plan, design and cut the gem, and its shape is reminiscent of many famous and historic diamonds. To date, only 3 other diamonds of perfect colour and purity have been sold at auction, and Sotheby's in Geneva sold all 3.
Also in 2003, over at Christie's auction house, the biggest sapphire in the world was auctioned off. The historic gem was previously owned by Queen Marie of Romania and was expected to fetch about $1.3 million. Director of Christie's in Switzerland, Eric Valdieu, said the massive gem was sold to Harry Winston in 1947, and the last pictures of the sapphire necklace were taken at the wedding of exiled King Michael of Romania in 1948.
In New York, Chad Fowl blew a 20-inch bubblegum bubble, setting a record for the largest one without the use of hands.
Time to check on the progress of Ashrita Furman's world record attempt. With best friend Bipin on his back, Ashrita trudged 1/2 mile down the boardwalk at Liberty State Park in Jersey City, New Jersey, before turning around and heading back. We'll check to see how he's going later in the show.
Let's take a look now at the world's largest pair of jeans. American blue jeans maker Levi's displayed the world's largest pair of jeans, named Big Jean, at the Chamsil Olympic Stadium in Seoul. Big Jean, which is modelled after Levi's legendary 505 jeans, has been listed in the Guinness Book of Records since 2001. John Kim, manager of marketing for Levi Strauss & Co., said it's a product that 35 engineers sewing for 300 hours for 9 days, costing a staggering $60 million. This was Big Jean's 3rd appearance in the world. It first debuted in Canada and was then moved to China. Weighing 226 kilograms, 35 adults must stretch their arms out to fully surround a pant leg.
Nope, you're not seeing double. 2,443 pairs of twins gathered at Bangkok's Dreamworld in an attempt to beat the world record for the most twins gathered in one place. They came from all over the country, the youngest twins just 15 days old, to try and break the record. But despite the large numbers, there were not enough identical pairs to beat Taiwan's record of 3,961 sets. The fun began with a fantasy parade, dozens of twins dressing up as fairy tale characters. Trophies were handed out to some of the more special sets of twins, like these 88-year-old twins who were the oldest ones attending the gathering. It wasn't just the youngest and oldest twins who were celebrated at the special event. Awards also went out to twins with the most beautiful smiles and twins with the healthiest teeth. With 1 in 33 mothers giving birth to twins, we're sure it's only a matter of time before another attempt can break the world record.
The children of Park Walk Primary School in West London got ready to take part in the world's biggest sing. The idea is to get children like these in 1,000 schools across the United Kingdom to sing at precisely the same time of day. These children have been practicing hard and are determined to break the record. Last year, in a similar fundraising exercise, 83,637 children managed to sing together in a coordinated environment and raised well over $30,000 for children's charity Cancer Care for Children. The Biggest Sing organisers are hoping to set a world record attempt for over 1 million simultaneous singers in the next 2 years. And with the dedication and in-tune singing done by these young children, the attempt looks to be a realistic one.
Now for a fun-filled record attempt. Even the young at heart could make a bid for glory when the world record in constructing a tower of Jenga building blocks got underway. The three challengers put the defending champions under pressure from the first move in this record attempt. Both teams were scrutinised by official Guinness World Record adjudicators. The defending champions have held the record for the fastest time, 11 minutes and 55 seconds, since 2003, despite several challenges. The tension mounted as all competitors performed delicate manoeuvres. However, the stress proved too much in the end, the challengers being the first to stumble before making the required height. Soon after, with one false move, the defending champions found they could not live up to their previous towering achievement. The Guinness World Record adjudicators believe as many adults as children have attempted to break the Jenga record.
In a very crazy record attempt, hundreds and thousands of bees landed on a Colombian man, which he believes sets a new world's record. As beekeepers prepared 6 hives full of bees, Norberto Marin stood in a shopping centre in Bucaramanga, Colombia, 350 kilometres north of the capital, Bogota, as the queen bee was placed on his left arm. Soon, 500,000 additional bees followed, covering him from head to toe. As a bemused crowd looked on, Marin stood covered in bees for an hour and said he was stung several times, although he was disappointed he didn't reach his goal of 900,000 bees. Norberto declared he was not nervous before his hair-raising attempt to beat the current Guinness Book of Records challenge of 350,000 bees.
A large symbol of American patriotism was unveiled as the 7,000-kilogram Great American Flag was put on display at Jennerstown Speedway in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there's one that way. Sorry.
The flag was unfurled as a mark of respect to the victims of the September 11 terrorist attacks. Residents hoped the flag would pay tribute to a few of the heroes of that day and evoke a patriotic reminder that people can always make a difference. The largest American flag in the world, said to be visible for over 12 kilometres, spans almost an entire football field. And while it's a great symbol of national pride, we're wondering where they're going to find a flagpole to hoist it.
Now over to Germany, for when the zoo proudly announced the birth of Pudu, the world's smallest deer. The 3-week-old southern Pudu baby, an animal which originates in South America, is between 33 and 38 centimetres tall at the shoulder and weighs up to 8.2 kilograms. These breeds of deer are rare, and Cologne Zoo stressed in a news release it wanted to let Pudu grow for 2 or 3 weeks before they introduced it to the media. At 8 months, males begin growing their first spike antlers, which eventually reach 9 centimetres in length when they're 7 years old. The deer, named Bambi, has now made a name for herself in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's smallest deer.
At times it's been a dance with death, but Uyghur acrobat Adili Woshua has finally triumphed. Chinese officials declared Adili a world record breaker after he completed 22 days suspended on a high wire above a Beijing lake, beating the old record held by a Canadian. But instead of champagne and sleep to celebrate his feat, Adili has decided to spend a few more days on the rope in the hope of making his record unbeatable. Watched and urged on by crowds of onlookers, 31-year-old Adili has braved bad weather for more than 3 weeks in his bid to become tightrope king of the world. To claim the record, Adili has to spend 5 hours a day on the rope, with just a lonely hut to return to at the end of each day. At the time, Adili said he may quit in less than a week, and then threw down the challenge for any high-wire rivals to try and snatch back his hard-won record.
For 24-year-old Shota Kaldishvili, it was the attempt of an unbeatable feat of human endurance to get himself into the Guinness Book of Records. The young Georgian lifted a 6-kilogram weight 4,344 times in the space of 1 hour, a Herculean feat by any standards. A panel of judges watched his every move, and Shota hoped his determination and physical endurance will get him into the Guinness Book of Records under a new category. Official observers monitored the record attempt, and a doctor who measured his blood pressure after the hour had passed recorded normal levels. During the attempt, Shota, a graduate of Georgian State Academy of Physical Culture and Training, barely seemed to break a sweat.
Aaron Studham of Leominster, Massachusetts sports the tallest mohawk haircut, coming in at a hair-raising 54 centimetres.
Back to check up on Ashrita and his colleague Bipin. The two men are still on their way to creating a new world record for the fireman's carry. Guinness Book of Records stipulates that the person being carried weighs at least as much as the carrier. Lucky for Furman, his best friend's weight was spot on. We'll be back later to see if the attempt was a successful one.
Now for some Hollywood record breakers you might not be aware of. The best-selling rap R&B album ever in the United States is Crazy Sexy Cool by girl band TLC, which reached sales of 11 million, surpassing MC Hammer's Please Don't Hurt 'Em, which sold over 10 million copies.
The biggest selling album by a boy band belongs to the Backstreet Boys, Nick, Kevin, Brian, AJ and Howie. The band released their popular Millennium album in 1999 and achieved record-breaking sales of 13 million by March 2001.
The title for the most Oscar nominations for an actress belongs to Meryl Streep, who has been nominated for 13 Oscars between 1979 to 2003. 3 as Best Actress in a Supporting Role, and the rest for Best Actress. Meryl won the Best Actress in a Supporting Role Oscar in 1980 for Kramer vs. Kramer, and Best Actress in 1983 for Sophie's Choice.
My brother. If he were 1 year younger, he could be your brother. Enjoy your life. You deserve this. But hell, I deserve
Bob Hope holds the record for the most Oscar ceremonies presented. He has served as Master of Ceremonies on Oscar night, alone and with others, a total of 16 times, participating in a record 27 Academy Award presentations. He also holds the record for the longest contract in TV and radio. Hope completed the 60th year of his NBC contract on November 23, 1996. The comedian was the world's most honoured entertainer. In the course of his acting career, Bob, whose real name was Leslie Towns Hope, was awarded 5 Oscars and 44 honorary degrees.
The record for the most Grammy Awards won by a female artist belongs to the Queen of Soul Music, Aretha Franklin. She has won a total of 15 Grammys to date, including a record 11 for Best R&B Female Vocal Performance. She was also the first woman to be admitted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She is renowned for her soul and R&B recordings, but is also adept at jazz, rock, blues, pop and gospel. She is generally regarded as being one of the best vocalists ever by such industry publications as Rolling Stone and VH1.
Madonna is the most successful female solo artist, selling over 200 million albums. She's had 35 top 10 singles and 12 top 10 albums in the US, with a UK total of 47 top 10 singles and 14 top 10 albums. The Material Girl's career began in 1982 and has spawned such hit songs as Like a Prayer and Vogue, as she continues to top the charts all these years later.
Arnold Schwarzenegger holds the record for the most movies by a bodybuilder. He's appeared in 29 feature films, including The Terminator, Total Recall, True Lies, Batman and Robin, and End of Days.
3 hours from now. Get away from me, now!
He also holds the record for the highest salary per film. He was paid $30 million in 2001 for his role as the Terminator in Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. Actors can earn more if their payment is based on salary plus a percentage of earnings, but Schwarzenegger bagged his record for his basic wage.
Desire is irrelevant. I am.
Well, he's done it again. Ashrita Furman and Bipin finally crossed the finish line in 15 minutes, 11.87 seconds, and proceeded to collapse in a heap, totally exhausted. That's all we've got time for. We look forward to reporting on new records next time.
Like,